as I'm getting older.
Mm.
58.
58 now. That's right.
Okay, we're going live. We're
Yeah.
going live.
It shows we're live on my end, so
Oh, maybe we are live. Uh-oh.
I'm watching you dance.
Okay. It's like circling over here. But all right. Well, okay. Well, we might as well start talking.
Yes.
Ready to go live? Oh,
And then
having trouble. Please check your internet connection.
Hmm.
Oh. Here we are. Now we're live. Of course,
Okay.
we might have been live for a while.
We may have been.
I was dancing and everything. So.
I'll watch it back and I'll figure it out if we actually were.
Yeah. See if I said I am having trouble seeing, and I'm wondering if it's because I just had a birthday and I'm a little older, but just not that much, just a day older than I was yesterday. But look at all the things we're doing to say young, Rachel.
Yes, we are. These things. We're eating, we're moving, we're sleeping.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're young. Younger because of it. We're improving our health span. Let's just say that.
Yes.
Health span versus lifespan.
Yes. One of my favorite lines is I want to live better longer.
Live better longer.
Live better, and I want to live better for longer. So live better longer.
Right. It's not that you don't want to just live longer.
No.
Yeah. You want to live better longer.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, very good. And we're going to eat, move, sleep to live better longer.
Totally.
All right. We are on chapter 14.
Chapter 14. Small plates equals a smaller waistline. So right here in the first paragraph, I want to read a couple of things that he says.
Yeah.
Well, his takeaway tip, I guess we can start with the takeaway tip.
Okay.
We'll give you the spoiler alert, is to use smaller cups, plates, and serving sizes to eat less. So we've heard that before. It's not an unknown thing to try to reach for the smaller plate. But he says that a set of experience revealed just how poorly the internal fuel gauge on our stomachs actually function. So we look at a plate and we tend to gauge how much food we should eat based on what the size of the plate or bowl is. And we're not listening to our stomachs there. We're just kind of like, how big is the container? Fill it up. Right? So he says, if you are given an extra large container of popcorn, you will eat 45% more. So you'll just keep eating because there's more. And and kids, this really reminds me of my own childhood. Kids who are serving themselves breakfast will put twice as much cereal and eat twice as much if they're given a 16-ounce bowl instead of an 8-ounce bowl.
Right.
We fill it up.
We just fill things up. That's right. Yeah, and then we eat till things are gone. Yeah,
and we eat till they're gone
without really checking in. Yeah, without really checking in. So, and it can be a little bit of a mind trick because the same amount of food, same quantity of food, volume of food on two different size plates. People their perception is they feel fuller when it's on a smaller plate versus when it's the same amount that's kind of just, it's just like a speck on this big plate. They must not have eaten anything, right?
It's true. It's true. Our minds are playing with us in this whole game as well. When I typically will eat off of a salad plate, and when I fill it up, it looks so abundant, But if like you said, if I put that same amount on a bigger plate, it would be like, that's all?
Yeah.
I want to eat more, but on my plate, it's like spilling over on my salad plate. I'm like, look at all this food.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hey, and he talks about color too.
Yes.
And this is crazy. Yeah.
This is crazy. Yeah. He's talking about the color of your plate will impact how much you eat as well. And in general, people's plates tend to be white or beige or cream. Yeah. And the foods that are those colors tend to be the foods you don't want to eat a whole lot of. So what are you thinking when you think of white and creamy?
Yeah, rice and potatoes and gravy. Yeah.
Breads, processed breads.
Pasta. Yeah.
Alfredo sauce.
Oh yeah, right. And it kind of all blends into that white background, so you don't really know, I mean, how much you're eating. Yeah.
Right. You can't really see the differentiation of all the beautiful foods, which then feels abundant. If it kind of just bleeds out into the plate, how much are you actually really eating?
Mm-hmm.
So his suggestion there is twofold. One, pay attention to the colors of your food and what color your plate is, and try to spice, add more variety. So if you do have a pasta with Alfredo, if it's full of tomatoes and broccoli and cauliflower and chunky veggies and things, it's going to be very colorful. You're going to eat more veggies and less of the pasta and Alfredo sauce because you've got all this vegetable filling it up. And you can see how much you're eating. But also realize that these white foods are smaller portion foods. These are less frequent foods.
Mm-hmm. Right. Rachel, it's kind of so exciting. So I kind of did this a little bit intuitively. I didn't read the book, but I have changed in the last 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. I had these dinner plates, whatever, 9, 11 inch, whatever, white Corelle that we've used forever. And I changed over to some Fiesta ware, smaller plate and colorful green and red and blue. And interestingly, he points out that people who eat off that white or the red plate eat less than the white plate. So, boy, I did that like I didn't even know. I didn't even
know. And here's what's really interesting. When you describe those plates, an 8-inch to 11-inch plate, those are typically the sizes. You've got an 8-inch salad plate and 11-inch dinner plates, kind of the general. That's not a double size, right? 8 to 11 is not double. And yet, when they measured the portion, the surface area is actually double. So it's actually double the amount. Just because the inches aren't double doesn't, remember you've got a circumference on all sides.
Right.
So you're actually doubling. Volume. So you're actually,
you're doubling the amount that you're eating. And really that should probably swap. Have your dinner plate your salad would be the big one.
Yeah. Bulk up on that first. Yeah.
Use the dinner plate for yourself. But So wow. Color and size. It really does a lot to engage your mind about the depth. And clue into the amount of food that you're eating.
Yeah.
Right. I love it. Okay. What's next?
Tip number 2 is he's talking about staying active starts at home. A healthy activity pattern starts at home. And so the tip is identify one easy way to add activity around your home or neighborhood, like walking, running, biking, exercise machines, workout videos, yoga, or Pilates. And he references a study of more than 6,000 people who have been successful to lose weight and then also to keep it off. So this big national study that they're really trying to research the people who have done this successfully and they've kept it off for over a year. What's their secret? What are they doing? How and why? And one of the things he says is 92% of the participants found a way to exercise at home.
At home.
At home. Now that would also include your neighborhood. If you're walking in your neighborhood. And he says that could include machines or videos but that surprises me. Does that surprise you that it's 90%?
It kind of does, because the number of people going to gyms. I mean, the parking lot's full, whenever I pass whatever courthouse or Planet Fitness or whatever. And but that's encouraging to me. Yeah. And I think of my own story when I turned 40, I was like, okay, I'm like over the hill now. I got to really focus on my health. And the first thing I did was join a gym. I mean, that was the first thing I did. And, but I had to carve all that time out, get up. I found the closest one, which was 15 minutes because I'm kind of out in the country. But so I had to get up early, get my, I got to get my exercise clothes. I got to go, I got to get there, kind of, just get in the zone and then come, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, a lot of extra time. And it was something that got me going. And, but I found it not to be sustainable. And so then my next step on my journey was buying a treadmill. And you know what? I still have that treadmill. Oh, can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a bike.
That's the one I bought when I was 40 years old. It's a little loud, so I use noise canceling earphones.
Still works. It's fine.
It still works.
It's fine.
Yeah. And all more power to you. If you're a gym rat, if you like to work next to the person and in a group setting, and I've done it. More power to you. If that's how you get your move on,
do it
for it. Yeah,
yes.
Do it. I think the message is you can do that at home too, and that's okay.
Yeah. And to I think part of the message for me also is that, like, we think of gyms as being equivalent of health, and that's the way to get health. And if you can't afford it, or you can't get there, or you're too tired, then you don't have access to this thing. And there's like this, you go to the gym or you don't. You're a gym person or you don't. And I can't tell you how many clients I've talked to who say they're like, Rachel, I'm not going to go to a gym. And I'm like, then don't go to a gym. I don't care. This does not, and they think it's a failure. They think it's a sign of failure.
Right.
They're putting their foot down and they're trying to, and I'm like, yeah, then don't. You don't need, that does not equate to health. You can find all of the equivalent at home.
Exactly.
And I'm personally there right now. I haven't gone to a gym in over 2 years. I do everything I do to keep myself healthy is either from outside walking or running or from workout videos with my strength. It's all at home.
Yeah. And you can start with 5 minutes, or start with, for example, on your break, I'm thinking about people who are now working from home.
Yeah.
As I am, you are, I'm thinking, okay, and when I use the bathroom, I'm not going to use the one that's 2 steps away. Maybe I'll go upstairs. I have an upstairs. So I'm going to go to the bathroom the farthest away.
Yep.
Actually, I have to walk more, actually go up a set of stairs.
Yeah.
And that gets me moving.
Yes.
And doing something. So you just really start small.
You can. And a lot of clients have described the frustration that at work, they used to get so many more steps a day because they are getting up and moving from office to office. You can create that at home. I literally walk circles around my house. I have kind of a circular house. I walk circles. I just do. I'm on my phone and maybe I'm listening to I'm doing something, but I'm walking circles. So you can make it even when it's pouring down rain outside or it's, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of
you have a plan B. It doesn't have to. Yeah. We can figure out barriers in working through them.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
And a little resistance doesn't require a big, heavy gym weight, even pressing against the wall, I'm creating isometric.
Yes.
And resistance for my muscle. So it doesn't have to, you don't have to lift 500 pounds or whatever.
No.
This small steps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. And figuring it out at home so it stays sustainable, doable, and enjoyable. Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I always have my home routine. When anything is going on outside in the world, with the weather, with whatever, I can always do what I do at home, always. And so there is something very stabilizing about that. And it really helps with routine. Nothing's going to throw me out of my routine about my like the gym's not going to close in my house. The gym is always open. It's always open in my house. So, and I love to see your shoes on your treadmill.
Right. I know. I got it.
Yes. The fantastic tiny habit of laying the shoes out. It's a cue. It's a reminder. Oh, put your feet in those. Just slip your feet in,
Yeah. That's
right. Great.
All right. Okay. Number 3.
Yes. Third and final is discuss how schedules, lighting, thermostats, and reducing noise can help everyone under your roof sleep better. Your family members, your roommates, your friends, your partner, whoever lives in your home with you, let's make it a sleep value. Make sleep a value, a family value.
That's right. That's so cool. And it's really good to, with young kids, we were always like, okay, bedtime, and we had a ritual and a routine, and it was, And I don't know if things kind of slip out of control as the kids get a little bit older. That sleep we valued it so much when they were little.
True.
And it seemed, I don't know, move away as the,
Right.
yeah. So how do we bring that back? And
yeah. And so, kids, their parents staying up late and working late into the night. And so they see that as a value. And maybe kids are punished by, you have to go to bed. You're naughty. You have to go to bed.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So the truth is, sleep is a punishment and staying awake is a value.
Yeah.
If I get to stay awake, well, then I've been good. So, we might have some old stories in our minds from
right. So developing some new language around that.
Yeah. And I love that he really he's pointing to helping everyone in the family value sleep. Everyone seeing.
Yeah. These things really get in the way of sleep.
Whew. Yeah. They're just a rabbit hole you can't get out of.
Yeah. So, so the family value of where those go at a certain time of night so that people can go to sleep, because and especially teenagers I've talked to, we have some teenage clients, and man, some kids are up to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and
they can't put it down.
Can't put it down.
Yeah.
So anyway, valuing. And so right now, my son is here for an interim, our youngest is here. Who got up and said time for bed? Did mom? Did dad? No, young son did.
Good for Zeke.
Good for going to bed.
Go to bed, mom and dad. Yeah.
We should go to bed too, huh?
Yeah. It's funny how it all comes back around, doesn't it? Like all of a sudden the young are now teaching and taking care of the old.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. So Rachel, what's for dinner?
Okay. For dinner, we've got some leftovers from last night. We made a big thing of spaghetti, but we have lots of different leftovers in the fridge right now. Like a little bit of this from Sunday, a little bit of this from Monday. So what we're going to do tonight is probably like Nourish bowls, but just with what's in the house. We're just rummaging through and there's this funny TikTok. My daughter told me about this. There's this funny TikTok trend right now called girl dinner or girl meal. And the joke is that women tend to eat, meals that are more like random. Like I've got baby carrots and I've got yogurt, which don't really go together, but okay. And I've got, like this thing and there's all these weird things on a plate, but there's dinner, and I tend to eat like that a lot. So on nights like this, it kind of feels like that, where I'm going to put together all of my like all of my healthy things that belong on a plate. I'm going to put them together, but from random things that probably don't go together. I've got like some hummus and veggies. That doesn't really go with spaghetti, but I don't care. I'm eating that, So that's kind of what dinner is. Weird tonight, but I love dinners like
that's great. That's great. I love it. And then things aren't going to waste. You're getting that nutrient density in there. I love it. That's interesting. So I wonder, that's kind of interesting to see, I don't know. This is totally generalizing because my husband doesn't fit this, but of the men who I know, more of them would prefer something new versus just doing the leftovers.
Yeah.
So, but that's totally generalizing. Yeah. So that, because it's interesting, because that's called a girl dinner or something like that.
It's so funny. It's like this whole trend on this social media and all the women are like, I eat that way too. Yeah. And you're right. I think in general, from what I see is men want like a meal.
Yeah.
Like eating this thing and it has a name and it was made. And I'm like, half the time I don't even know what I'm eating. There's no name for it. There's not a name. It's just a bunch of things.
Healthy food. That's what we're going with.
Right. Because I'm like, I haven't had my nuts yet. Oh, okay. So nuts are on the side. Oh, and then my berries. Okay. They go over here. What is it? I don't know what this is. It's a charcuterie board, really. But a healthy version of that.
That's right. That's great. So, so my husband, who doesn't like waste and who likes new, he would do the same thing that you're doing, but he'd throw it all in a soup.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. There's a good way to do it.
Yeah. And we call it soup night, and we had it every Thursday once upon a time when our kids were younger, and any relative that wanted to jump in and join us. So frequently we'd have 12, 15 people around our table for this, soup night. So Anyway, so but we are so D-Cat is home and he's just king of the grill, and so he is going to grill up some pasture raised chicken legs, and he made the slaw to go with this, a little brine, and I mean, and with all kinds of veggies in there, and then he's going to throw together some hummus. Yeah. So so may not all go together, but it's all delish whole, and Zeke's enjoying time in the kitchen, and we're enjoying his time in the kitchen.
Oh yeah. Maybe you just need to keep him around and hire him as your chef. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah.
Oh
yes, call me Oprah.
Right. That's the level you got to get to for that. So.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of this gorgeous day.
Yes. You as well.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Have a good one, everybody. See you next time.
Everybody.